Hi, in this video, we will walk through a reactive maintenance workflow in Cityworks. In this scenario, we will first have a citizen calling in to report a water leak. We will have staff go investigate the leak in the field, and upon confirming a water main break, our crew will create a work order and record their efforts against that work order. So, our scenario begins with a citizen calling in to report a water leak. The call taker will create a new service request and will record the caller information. First name, Chaim. Last name, Schwartz. Address 1010 7th Avenue South. And I can even look up previous calls received from this caller. I can also copy the caller information to the incident information. Now, first thing I'll do is I'll geocode this address to make sure I'm using standardized addresses. I now have an accurate location and coordinates for my incident. In Cityworks, you can configure your own problem tree that fits your organization's needs to capture your incoming calls. In this case, we're talking about a water operations problem, specifically a water leak. Once the call taker selects this problem code, they're presented with a set of questions to make sure they capture the critical information. Is water flowing from the leak? Is it flowing into a building? Is it flowing into a street? And can vehicles drive on the street? The answers to these questions will determine the priority of this request. I'll go ahead and hit save, which will create the service request. Here's a request. The status is open yet. The priority, based on our recorded information, is high, and it has been dispatched by default to myself. Now let's change hats, and I'll now play the role of the field crew. On the Cityworks mobile app, I can view all assignments assigned to myself. On the map, the service requests are represented by the yellow icons, while the blue ones are inspections and the red ones work orders. Or I might prefer managing my assignments through a list view. So let's go into my inbox. On the panel below, I can flip through my work orders, inspections, and service requests. Now scrolling all the way down, here's the request that was assigned to myself just moments ago. Opening the request, I can see all the information that was captured, including any questions and comments. First thing I'll do is investigate and confirm the location. In this scenario, I've confirmed a water main break. While in the field, my crew can actually create a break repair work order and perform the required fix. I'll first go ahead and select the relevant water main. To be able to do that, I'll first make my water mains layer selectable. Select the relevant water main, and then go back to my inspection and create a work order. This creates a child work order that is related to the parent service request, and you have full control in determining which work orders can be associated with which service requests. Once work is completed, I can now capture equipment, labor, and material costs. I'll add a couple of hours for some of my crew members. I'll add 2 units of a 6-inch PVC pipe we used as material. And for equipment, I'll add a couple of hours of work with a pickup truck and the backhoe. You can also have custom fields for information that you want to be able to capture in the field, such as the backfill, the bedding, and so on, or information regarding the failure mode. This information will form the basis for any failure analysis down the road when analyzing how and why your assets fail. I'll also capture a photo of the failed asset now before I complete the work order. I'll go ahead and hit complete. And I will now sync my updates back to the office, where my supervisor will be able to review all this information. Back in the office, the supervisor can now refresh the service request, and we can see the status is still open. However, we now have the related work order that was created in the field. As the supervisor, I can open that work order and review the work that has been completed. I can see the information that was captured in the custom fields. I can see the photo of the water main break, and any additional information such as resources and costs related to the work order. I can now go ahead and close this work order, and this will show here as the status. Now, since this is a child work order of a parent service request, closing this work order automatically also closes the parent service request. This brings our workflow to an end. Initiated by an incoming call reporting a water leak, we've confirmed the water main break, and while out there, created the work order that allowed us to capture the equipment, labor, and material costs both against the work orders and the specific water main asset.